Hi there, this is Navneet. Welcome to my channel, Navneet Technical. This is the second video of the playlist Flipkart clone, and coming to this video, we are going to talk in detail about Flipkart homepage. That is, first we'll talk about the features we'll be building and tech behind it, and then second we'll have a demo of one of my favorite features actually. So do definitely watch it, don't miss it, okay? And then third, we'll have a small component design kind of thing of the Flipkart homepage. And we'll also talk about the configuration, that is how exactly we'll be building and how exactly it's gonna render and all. So don't skip it, do watch it till the end, and let me know in the comments about the future. Okay, so without any delay, let's start. So yeah, let's start with the futures. See, majorly, if you just get onto Flipkart website, right? If you just get onto flipkart.com, we'll observe, three major futures going on over here. That is, the first one is as I written here. So the first one is search with auto suggestions, right? Like here, we have a search bar where we can search, and as soon as you start typing, right, like we'll get auto suggestions. Like let's say I'm searching for a laptop, so we'll get auto suggestions. So this is one of the major major features. And the second thing is, this is one of the major features, and the second thing is configurable and real time change in the UI. Okay, so this is basically two parts, right? Let's talk one by one. The first one is saying it as a configurable. So what does this configurable mean by? Let me show a small example to you. Okay, so I already had a demo of this Flipkart clone, right? Actually the previous one is on the Heroku, but yeah, I just hosted it on my frontendlearn.in. I'll just share the URL in the description as well. So if you just observe here, now I have power banks and also I have laptops, right? Now let me click on this power banks and go to its listing page. Okay, so observe this carefully. So here in a single row we are able to see three products, and we have some more gap as well where one more product can fit. That is, in one row we are able to see four products, right? That is four columns. Okay, but now if I just go back and if I open laptops, see, now I am able to see only one product in a row, that is only one column, right? Like this is the same page, the products page. Whenever you click on something, you will come to this products page. But based on the type of product or based on the product category, we are rendering it differently, right? So this is what configuration mean. Like we'll have some configurations, built-in configurations, and our UI, that is a front end, will be clever enough. By just looking at the configuration, it will render the products differently according to the desired output, and we'll get the desired output. So yeah, like if I show this on Flipkart, if I try to show this, let me click on this mobile. Okay, we are getting again one column only. Let me try to go for this. See, now here we are getting four products in a single row, that is four columns per row, right? But whereas previously, like whenever we clicked on the mobile, right, we are getting only one product per row, that is one column per row. So yeah, this is one of the examples of configuration. And as I said, right, like I will have a demo of configurable and real time UI. So in that, we'll get more clarity of what exactly configuration is. Okay, so that is the first part of the second feature, and the second thing is real time change in the UI. Okay, so if you just come to flipkart.com, www.flipkart.com, and now an offer is going on, right? Like previously, so like generally will not be able to see, the homepage will not be like this, right? Like here we have a lot of ads going on. Like here we can see on iPhone, craziest ever price drop and fastest 5G under 5K. Like we have a lot of ads going on, right? Like here we have three ads, and here we have other ads, and here we have a ads carousel. Like a lot of things going on, right? And whenever something changes, like let's say some new products came in, okay, we'll get a notification saying that okay, new something like this, right? New content available, and refresh. So as soon as I click refresh, the products, we'll get to see some other different products or some other different ads, right? So here also we have configuration again. Like here we are able to see three ads in a row, but here we are getting a carousel of ads. And if you just scroll down, like here, see, we are able to see three, but we have, two rows. Like here again, here if you see, like we are able to see, four ads in a row. Like it's a lot of depending on the configuration. And what does real time UI change come here? So as we have seen just now, like we got a button saying that okay, new content or fresh content is available, like click on refresh, we got it, right? But now what we are going to do is like, let's say there's a sale going to start at like as you see now, it is Sunday 16th April and 4:57, right? Like let's say there's a sale going to start at 5 p.m. on Sunday 16th April. So you will now it is 4:57 and you will go to that page and you will stay away. Okay, you will wait for the offers coming in. You will not refresh the page, you will not do anything. You will just stay on the page before the offer time, that is 5 p.m., and the UI changes then and there itself without refreshing, without doing anything, and you will get to see all the offers, right? So that's what real time UI change mean. Like this will happen in real time order tracking as well, right? Like we'll not refresh the page, but we'll be able to see updated order tracking. So that kind of thing, we'll see the demo actually of it in a minute. And the next and final major feature is the infinite loading feature. Okay, so if I think all the cards are loaded, so what I'll do is I'll just refresh this once again. And so what I'll do is, see, if you look at the scroll bar, right, see it got loading. Or what I'll do is I'll just switch, I'll just refresh once, and I'll just switch to slow 3G, so that we'll be able to see that loading indicator better. uh, I'll go to slow 3G and I'll minimize this. Yeah, now I'll go to, see, this is happening on automatically, right? As soon as I scroll to the end of the page, it automatically loads new set of carousels or new set of ads, right? Like let me show once again. See, now it is good. As soon as I reach here, like it loads automatically all the ads and other things, right? See, again it is loading. So it does not have any condition. Like we, as long as we scroll down and as long as the products or ads available, it continues to give the results, right? So this is again one of the nice things on this homepage. And the third and final feature, right? So these are the three major features we'll be able to observe on flipkart.com. And the good news is we'll be building all these three in our playlist. And yeah, so that's it with the features of the homepage. And now my favorite section actually, like let's continue with the demo. Okay, so yeah, as you already able to see, like this is already hosted, this is deployed, and I'm not going to change any front end code. This is already deployed, and this is already deployed and running, right? So now I'll change this particular UI, that is I'll insert different kinds of ads even without touching the front end code. I'll not deploy. It's not like I'll write the code, I'll deploy again, or I'll do something like that, right? It's not like that. I'll just make a simple postman request. My backend is already deployed, my front end is already deployed. I'll just make a simple postman request and I'll change this UI. Okay, see, now we only have a one main carousel which is saying fashion sale is going on, and this okay, and we have one more product carousel. Okay, now we don't have any sales, or okay, or the sale time did not came in till now, right? Now let us schedule an ad which need to be shown in advance. Okay, so let's say today is 16th April 5 and 5:42 seconds. Now let's say I want to show an ad at let me add at 5 2, let's say. So I'll just come here, and so year is 2023 and month is 3, that is April, and date is today 16, we want 16 only, and hours will be 13 14 15 16 17, and I want to show at 0 2 second minute, and seconds is 0 only. So let me send this. Okay, so the request is sent, and now let's wait for some time. So it is taking. So as soon as the time went to, or the time ticks to 5 2, we'll be able to see a new ad popping up. So this is what happens, right? Like, let's say sale is going to start at some time, you will land on the page in advance, or we want to see like what's the offers and we want to buy immediately, right, before the offer loses. So yeah, let's see that in real. 56, 57, 58, 2 more seconds to go, and boom, see, now we got the ad. We did not refresh the page, or we did not change anything front end, right? Like it just popped in like that, right? So this is what I am saying, like real time UI change, and it is scheduled to show in some time in advance, right? So this is one of the example. And now let me show one other thing. Okay, so this is the scheduled one, right? Like I scheduled it to show sometime in future, right? Let's say you don't want that, and you want to run, or you want to insert some ads immediately. It should reflect immediately, right? So we can do that as well. Now let me insert one more type of ads. Now if you're able to see this, okay, here, now let me send this request, and see, like these two ads now popped in immediately then and there itself, right? And if you observe carefully, like there's a one more difference, and there's a configuration coming over here, coming into picture. That is, the previous ad which is scheduled is occupying entire width, like it's a single ad and it's occupying the entire width, right? But whereas the ads just we got now are occupying half of the width each, like we are getting two ads and we are getting half of the width each, right? Like we are not, we are not doing any writing any hard coded kind of thing for this, right? Like our front, we are just sending a configuration from here, like we'll look at the configuration at the end, and our front end is clever enough to look at the configuration and it will decide on its own, like okay, now how many columns should I show, or how many ads should I show, something like that, right? Because we cannot go on changing all the time, right? Like let's say here now you're showing two, so I'll have two divs, like some and display flex. Let's say tomorrow we want to show three, then again we have to insert one more div and display flex, no, right? So we'll make our UI or plan in advance, and we'll make our UI in such a way that it will be clever enough to understand the configurations. So that's what's happening. And let's say now you want to show three ads, right? Like for the first time we shown one, and here two, now let's say you want to show three, we can do that as well. And observe carefully now, I clicked, and ta-da, we are able to see three ads. But if you have observed carefully, this ad is added in the middle, like below of it, right? That means not only how many ads you want to show in a particular row, but also we can also control where we want to show that ad as well. Like that's how I control this ad. Now this is not placed at the top, like first ad is added at the top, and second this ad is again added at the top of that. But whereas this one, the third one which is added, it is added on top of the first ad but below the second ad. That means we can also control the placement of a particular ad as well, and we can extend this more by adding extra, like it will be a very good feature to build. Okay, so let's say this will be based on you logged in user, because now no logged in user and all, but we can extend this feature. Like let's say there are two users for our e-commerce site. On our e-commerce, like we sell all, right? We sell clothes, we sell electronics, we sell like everything. So let's say there are two types of users. One user is interested in buying clothes from our e-commerce store, and the second person, user B, let's consider user A and user B. So user A is interested in buying clothes from our e-commerce store, and user B is interested in buying electronics from our store. Okay, and according to the logged in user, like let's say we want to show ad on top based on the user interest. Like let's say as user A is interested in buying clothes from our store, we'll show the ad regarding related to clothes at the top, and the ad related to electronics will show at the bottom, because there's no point in showing no ad at the top in which the user is not interested in, right? Like there's no point. So based on the logged in user interest, will decide which ad to show at the top and which ad to show at the bottom, so that the user no need to scroll and look at the ads, right? So that's we can, we can extend this a bit more by including that. And let me know in the comments, like if you want to build this feature. And okay, so now still now we saw, like, one ad full width, and two ads, and three ads, right? Like these are just looking like cards, and upon clicking these cards, like you will land on to other page, where we'll be able to see again products of according to this particular thing, right? Like let's say now you want to show a ad. Let's say you want to show a ad here, and you want to show subsequent products related to that ad here itself in a carousel. That means some part of the width will be occupied by a card in the same manner, and here you will be able to see a carousel. Okay, we can do that as well, because it all depends on the configuration, and it's in our hands, right? So okay, so this is saying 3 column 3 ads. We finish this, and now is we'll get 2 columns, and one is a ad, and the other one is a we'll get a carousel image. We are able to see the products. Okay, so let me ting. So we got now if you observe, like this is placed at the top of all the other things, right? Again, it's configurable. So if you observe here, like this is one more again type. So here we are able to see an ad like electronics brands, and here we are able to see the products. Of course, I mean the details are not up to the mark. I'm just showing a demo. Like, so, and these are the products related to this ad, so that the user no need to click on it and land out of the page. But then here and then and there itself, he'll be able to see the ad, and he'll be able to, if you want to see more, he'll just click on the ad. Otherwise, we'll be showing some of the top products of this particular ad here itself, so that he can just click on that and buy immediately, right? So this is one more type. And let's say you want to show more ads in a carousel. Okay, that is, if you observe here, like we are able to see 3, and maximum maybe we'll be able to insert 4 or 5, right? If we go beyond that, again, like image starts becoming small and it will not look good, right? So at that time, one of the things maybe like we can show in a carousel, like if you observe, if you have observed on the Flipkart, see here, these are the cards we are showing, and these are 3, right? But below we are showing more, and as we cannot insert more than 3 in a like one row, so we will have a carousel where we'll have multiple ads coming on. So we can do that as well. Like let me show that, like there will be only uh, you know and it added in the middle, see. And yeah, now this is a carousel of fully ads only. Like let's say you want to show more than 3 or more than 4, like then we'll pick this, right? So yeah, this is what the demo, and hope you liked it. And let me know in the comments, like about your views on this particular feature. Okay, and yeah, like the tech behind this is like immediate and real-time UI changes. Like we are using server sent events in combination with event emitters, which is making this possible. So yeah, and now we are done with the demo. And so now let's do a small component design kind of thing for this Flipkart, and then we'll wrap it up with that, so that from the next video onwards we'll start building, like we'll enter into our code editor, and then we'll start building. So yeah, let's go with the small component design kind of thing. So like if you okay, this is done. We already looked at the features. Okay, so if you look at the flipkart.com, so the first and foremost thing is like like basically we are going to divide this page into different small components, and then we'll start building that. Okay, so if you just look at here, we have a first thing is header section, right? And below it as a category section, right? And below it we have a one main slider, and then ads, and then again this is a configurable. Like here also we have something add kind of thing. Here in middle we have carousel, and at the end also we have add kind of thing. So basically this comes under carousel, we'll say, or slider. And then we again have ads, so again a carousel, again ads, ad of carousels, sorry, carousel of ads, and again ads, and again products, right? So basically if you have observed, like there's a 4 things are going on, right? So one is a header, The second one is a category section, and the third are sliders, and the fourth are ads, right? So these are the three major important things, and fifth one is a footer, right? So fifth one will be the footer. Okay, so I'll just take a rectangle. Okay, and now let me take so our top part will be the header part, right? So this will be header, he uh, header, header, right? And second thing is like we have categories. Second thing is we have categories, right? So I'll just duplicate it. This will be category section, and next no, it will start with the slider. This is the main slider, like it will occupy entire width. I'll just name it as main slider. And next again followed by ads, and then product, like multi-item carousels, and then again ads. So it's a combination, right? So it's let's say add 1, add 2, add 1 comma 2 comma 3, and so on. And now next will be multi-item slider, right? multi my bad multi-item slider 1 comma 2 comma 3, and so on. And after all these, at the end we'll have a footer. And like if you are able to see, we also have a recently viewed section, so we can build this as well. So we can write that as well, and we'll see if possible we'll build it. So recently viewed section, and finally we'll have footer, FOOTR, footer. Yeah, so this will be no this will be our main home page going on, where the first will be main component will be the header, and second will be again categories. And this is a high level component. It's not like again we'll not have any components inside it, right? Again we'll break these high level components into again smaller components and all, right? So next are ads, and next are multi-item sliders, and next are recently viewed section, again which is nothing but it will be like, let's say you have only some products like I'm just searching for this one, and if you have like let's say 6 or something which can fit here, will not show a carousel, will directly show. If not, will show a carousel. Again, that is in our hands. And then finally the footer section. Yeah, so again now this header again can be divided into, again we have in the header we have a lot of different things, right? Like let's say first we have logo, there's no worries. And we have mainly, again the second thing is we have a search with autocomplete, search with auto suggestions, SUG. And next one is a login button, upon clicking which like we'll get a login. So that's just a button, so we'll not consider it. And one more major thing is okay, yeah, like this is a major thing, of course. See, now as I am not logged in now, I am able to see the login button, right? But if I am logged in, I do not remember exactly, but like we'll get some kind of different things, right? Where we'll be able to go to our profile kind of thing, right? Like we'll not show something like this. We'll have an avatar like Google Chrome. So the upon clicking which will go to profile section, so we can add that as well. which is for profile. It's not 100%ly a part of a header, but it's a sub part, like you can say, right? So, and coming next, we have a cart section, like again icon upon clicking which will go to there, and let's say there are two products in your cart, so we'll show two, something like that, right? So again, like there will be one more thing saying that cart, cart, and what are the other things do we have? Logo, search, login information, and this is become a seller, will maybe or may not have it. And this is a more section, we may or may not have it. So because we are not building that as of now, there's no plans, but like cart again will be there for sure, right? So I think that's it with the header section. So header first will have this, and upon mixing this we'll get a header component, and will be ready. Okay, and okay, this is with the headers, right? Okay, now again if we start dividing categories into smaller things, so what do we have in it? In the categories, if you look at it, it's just a no one image and a text showing below it. So there's no need of mentioning it, because this is a very small thing and we can do it. And we'll have one more thing is like link. We'll have link in it as well, like upon clicking this one, where to go. Okay, so no we'll okay, this is a small section. And then coming to this, this is a again nice thing. This is a thing, a carousel thing, like we already there's already a playlist of carousels on my YouTube. So if you just didn't watch that, do watch it by clicking on the I button. And in that playlist, like we saw a lot of different kind of sliders, how to make a different kind of sliders with the help of React Slick and Slick Carousel. So if you didn't check that, do watch it. Okay, so we have we'll have a carousel component coming over here in the main slider component. So we'll use that we'll use that code only, because we I already explained everything clearly over there. So we'll just use that code only instead of again going through it. So in the main slider, we'll have a carousel slider component, and then ads, again it depends on the configuration. So the thing is, right, like we'll make different kind of components, and we'll make a one parent component which takes the configuration, and according to that it will map to a particular component, and then that component comes onto the screen and it renders it. So basically I think we are done and we are good to go. So in the multi-item slider, again that's again a slider component we are already seen in the playlist, so to watch it. And the recently viewed section, again it's a kind of carousel or ads kind of thing. And next footer. So footer is also, it's like easy thing. It's just we'll take divs for each of these, and then we'll display flex it. We'll use display flex, and then this will be done. And so yeah, so this is with the component, small component design, not exactly, but small kind of thing. And yeah, so and with this we arrived at the final final section of the video, that is we'll just discuss about configuration, like how actually our front end is understanding without even editing the code, right? So the first one, if I show the scheduling one, right? So basically here we have two major parts, like one is add what exactly, like what we are exactly showing on this, that information, and the second one is the time. Okay, so here I mentioned the time where I want to show this particular ad, like for this scheduling, like we are using node schedule package, so we'll be using that. And where I can mention the year, month, date, hours, minutes and seconds, and we can schedule, like basically we can schedule a function or a particular code to execute at a some point of time in future. So that will be able to do with the help of node schedule. And but this is nothing to do with the configuration on the front end, like this is a main part, right? Okay, so if we look at in detail in this ad, right? So here we have the first parameter is saying rank. So basically this decides, as I said, right, like we'll be able to also control where we want to place the ad, right? So that we are deciding with the help of this rank. That is, as high the rank is, no, the priority of that slider will be, or ad will be higher, and it will be shown at the top. Like for this, no, the rank is 2, and let's say I have next I have inserted this ad, but this is shown at the top of that, right? Because see, if you observe, rank is 4, which is higher than 2, right? So that's why it's shown at the top. And it also has a id, which is of course will be there. And next, this is again, like, the metadata of this particular ad. It is saying type is ad. I mean, we'll refine this more, but if it suits, it's already suiting our needs. So if any need more comes in, we'll just refine it, but it is fulfilling our needs basically as of now. So type is ad, and category is main, like this is a full width ad, so I'm saying that. And columns is 12. So based on this only, like, our front end will decide how many columns to give it to that particular ad coming in. So now I'm saying columns 12, so that is a full width, right? So that's why the first ad took full width. And this is a title. I just said big billion is one, but it is different. But like, we can just give a title, and if you want to show somewhere the title of it. And next thing is the actual image. This is very important again, like, to be shown for that ad. Yeah, so these are the main things, right? And if we look at the other thing, like the second one where we saw two ads, right? So rank again will be same. If you want to show it at the top, the value of the rank will be higher than that, if not will be lower than that. But like, again, like, we need to make sure the user knows, or we'll only create one algorithm which will give the rank. He'll just decide the position where he want to show, something like that. I mean, again, like, this we can work upon. And now if we look at the actual meta, right? So here we are showing only one ad, so that's why this meta array has only one object saying, like, columns 12 occupy entire the width. But whereas here we have two objects saying that we'll have two ads, okay, and occupying each 6 columns, right? That's how, we one ad is occupying half of the width. And the other things remain same, like it's a ad and the title and the actual image. It's just that we'll send two objects and saying columns, each occupying column 6. So that's how our front end decides. Okay, so now I have two objects, so I'll just map through it and I'll apply the columns given. And now this is 3 columns, 3 ads. So again, now just assume, like, what will be this meta, right? So we have, because we saw one ad, we saw 2 ads. What will be the further ad? 3 ads, of course, 3 objects. So we'll have 3 objects, and we want equal width occupied by all of them, so we'll just say columns 4. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 will be 12. And other things again remain same, like image, title and all. And coming to here, now this is a bit different, because this is we'll get 2 columns, and one will be the ad, that's just an image, and other contains the products of that particular ad, right? So this is carousel. This is a combination of image, just image, and a carousel. So now if I rank id same, and if I just expand this carousel, we'll find a small difference. Like, the type changes from ad to carousel. Of course, this is also an ad, but as I said, right, again, like, we have to refine this a bit, but it already fulfilling our needs, right? So the type of this is saying ad, meaning it's just an image, so we'll render image tag. And columns we are giving it as 4. Okay, and this, if you look at the second object, we'll have a couple of extra properties. One is a type. First one is a type, which is important, carousel. So based on this only, our front end decides, okay, now I don't will not just render the image, but I need to render a carousel component, right? And also saying category will the product. That means this carousel, in this carousel, I need to render a product, not the ad, because we have a carousel of ads as well, we have a carousel of products as well, right? So in order to distinguish between them, we'll be sending a category key, say meaning it as a product, okay? And columns again same, so 12 minus 4 will be 8, so we gave 8. And title remains same, and this id, okay, this id is a id of the carousel. Like we already, we'll already have a again, as we are going to mongodb, right? So we'll have a collection of carousels and we have a different documents in it, right? So this id refers to a one of the ids in the collection carousels collection. So what we'll do is like, first, based on this object, our front end will decide this is a carousel and I'll use a carousel component. And after going into that, based on this id of the carousel, will fetch the data of that particular carousel, that is what are the products available in that carousel. So that's how it works basically. So this is again two columns where one ad and one is a product carousel. And last one we have seen is it's having only one carousel, and it is a completely of ads, right? Like if you have this one, so it's a one carousel only and it's completely ads only, there are no products. So the configuration of this is it is, we are saying a carousel type carousel, same as here in the second one. And now category, so category here we are saying it is a product because we want to show products in the carousel. And here I did not mention anything, we'll just say it as ads instead. So based on this, it will decide not the product component should use, but ad, we should use a ad component. And we are saying columns 12, of course, like I want my slider to occupy entire width. Again id, so again this is the same, so this id refers to the id of the particular one of the document in the carousels collection. So that will get all of this. And oh, I missed this actually, sts. So sts is nothing but if you already familiar, or if you already watched my videos like regarding sliders, you will be able to know, like this is nothing but slides to show, which is one of the prop in like our carousels library. Like how many cards or ads you want to show at once. Like here we are showing 3 ads currently, right? Like if you just observe this one, like here we are showing 1 2 1 2 3 4 5. So this one, like this, how many ads or how many products you want to show basically. So this is decided by this one. We'll have a nice key name actually, but for now I just kept it. So yeah, this is sts, meaning slides to show, and how many slides, that is how many cards or how many products you want to show. So this is information of that. You also can test it actually, because on your postman locally, right? Like because I already deployed my front end, I already deployed my back end, so you can just open your postman, okay? So you are able to see the url as well, and you are able to see the configuration as well, right? So just go and play with it. Just open your postman, because I did not kept any login system and tokens kind of thing, right? So anyone can open this on postman and then just give the configuration. And in the chrome you can just open this test.frontend.learning and you can just check. But yeah, like now for now what I'll do is like, no, even if you refresh this, right, like this will not go, because this is the data is getting persisted on the server, right? My bad, my internet is gone, but like this is getting persisted on the server. So I'll just show the removal url as well. Yeah, so once you inserted all the ads, you just fire a request on this this and slash removal, so which removes all the ads which are placed, in case you are getting confused with the ads, right? So you can just fire a request on this and all the ads will be clear. Let me show if my internet is back. I'll just refresh this. Oh, my internet is not back. Okay, so yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and do subscribe for further updates. Thank you for watching.